Welcome to Anglia Car Auctions. I cannot believe it's that time again, Fred.
It is, Guy. We're standing in front of the first car coming through on Saturday, and it's come round really quickly,
Hasn't it been a really, really fast couple of months? So we're now back. The summer is in full flow. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be a cracking weekend. So do make sure you come down and see us either all day Thursday and Friday for the viewing, or all day Saturday and Sunday for the auction. Now we're just going to go over the cars that are coming through on the first day, so Saturday the 14th of June.
Yeah, and we start with this MG Midget, don't we, Guy?
Well, I think this is a great potential bargain. First lot in the sale.
Absolutely, no reserve. It's the round wheel arch one as well, so the earlier one that you want, and quite a tidy thing as well for no reserve.
And looks a good car. Now it does run. We have had it running, but there is a fuel leak somewhere around the fuel tank or the fuel pump. So we're selling it as a non-runner, and it's being sold no reserve. So potential sort of summer bargain for someone. They could soon get out on the roads.
Absolutely. And we'll go over to the second lot, lot 302, which is this Hillman Minx. Now, when this first came in, I thought, actually, that is a really straight car. You look at the panels, bottom of the panels and things, it's all the gaps are really nice, actually. I think that would benefit from a couple of hours on the bodywork with the polish, and that would actually come up really well, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. This two-tone suits it ever so well. It's a 58 Minx Deluxe. I think it's just a really bright, friendly, cheery little car. And we're guiding this, Fred, at just £3,000 to £5,000.
Yeah,
so I think you could get straight out and use that. It's a local car. It's come from Norfolk, so good to see.
Part of the Hillman Owners Club as well, which is nice to see.
Absolutely. Now, Triumph Spitfire. We've got several in the sale, haven't we?
We have, yeah. This one, because I know you like a Spitfire, don't you? I think you
well, misspent youth with many Spitfires and GT6s. Now, this is the Mark IV, so it's a 73 car, and by the look of the gear knob, you have overdrive as well, so overdrive on third and fourth. These nice alloy wheels. You've got the stainless luggage rack on the back.
Yeah, or you can have a picnic hamper on there, I think, for the summer would be nice, but no reserve again.
Yeah, and these are great. We do have to move a lot of cars, you know, and we love moving Spitfires because the turning circle is just ridiculous. It's really good, isn't it?
They're great, and equally as well, I always love those bonnets, how they open up, you can just get to everything.
You're right.
Yeah, you're not faffing about. It's nice and easy to work on. But yeah, I've got to say about this, the Reliant Regal, which I was very much drawn to. I think this is a car that has been getting a little bit of attention just on the pure quirkiness of it. It's had a more recent restoration, so the chap put this in, he was sending me the photos of it actually. It was quite interesting to see the restoration process. But a usable car, you wouldn't be afraid to use it.
It is. It's the deluxe model, isn't it, Fred?
Yeah, now, I'm guessing that was probably something to do with, I don't know, maybe the seats or something you might get.
Well, you've got an ashtray, you've got some fitted carpet, wood effect dash.
And I think that's admittedly probably as far as it goes with that, but again, for the pure quirkiness of it, 3 to 4 as the guide, and you know, it would just be a great car.
I will say, I don't think we've had one as nice as this though.
No,
through the sale. So yeah, cracking condition.
What a laugh, I think, as well.
Brilliant.
Now MX-5, which we were just talking about earlier.
Yes.
And this one's showing very low mileage, isn't it? 28,000 miles. 28,000
miles. Now, one owner from new, gentleman who's advancing years, he said, I'm just not using it as I should be. 6-speed manual, and the cherished registration number at the front is included.
There you go.
Entered no reserve. So great if you don't fancy, you're not quite ready for an out-and-out classic. This is a future classic. Still wind in the hair motoring, still great fun.
Yeah.
And
but modern enough to use.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Over to you, Fred.
Yeah, we've got the 79 MGB Roadster, one of the later ones being the rubber bumpered. Again, nice thing is MGB Roadsters, we always like, get all the parts for them, nice and easy to work on. There's nothing you can't get with these. This one's had a lot, I think over £7,000 spent throughout sort of some of the history. And yeah, again, a usable car. The Bentley Turbo R, which when that came in, I said to you guys, didn't I? I said, wow, I'm really surprised, pleasantly surprised how nice that was. Now, some of these you do see, admittedly, some in the later years of their life have had a more used life, I should say. This one, though, when it came in, I was really surprised how nicely presented it was.
Good looking car, and it's quite a late example. It's a 96 Turbo R, which benefits from the later gearbox. They call it floor change box. You've got 4-speed, and I did run one of these for quite a while, or certainly with that gearbox, a similar car, and they were pretty good on fuel. It's just really weird, you know. I never thought. I had a Toyota Land Cruiser Amazon at the time, and the Bentley was more fuel efficient. So yeah, don't let that put you off. And we're just guiding this at £6,000 to £8,000.
It's a lot of car for the money, isn't it? You can't argue with that. MGF Trophy. This one, so I did a video on previously. I think this has had the cam belt done. It's had the head gasket upgrade as well, which is a worthy to note. Quite a bit of paperwork, sensible mileage as well, showing 53. Nice and bright colour as well, so you know, you're not going to lose it in the car park.
Brilliant, yeah. Trophy yellow, and it's the 160. The Trophy is 160 horsepower. Don't just confuse it with a normal MGF. These are really quite a potent machine.
Yeah, look the part, don't they? Where should we go next, Guy? Are we going to go down that side? Or?
Yeah, should we go down here, and then we can swap over. It's always the danger, and as me waffling on, that we do spend too long doing this. So we're going to try and speed up a little bit.
We'll try and keep a bit of a rhythm to it.
So 1967 Trump TR4A. This is the car. It's a local car. I think it's come sort of Norwich way.
Yeah.
No reserve.
Yeah, yeah.
What a usable car. Great fun car. TR4A. They really are cracking cars to use. So like to see where this goes.
Definitely. Another MGB Roadster, this time a 69 one, so chrome bumpered and wire wheels, which is nice. This one, I believe, was driven to the sale as well. This has had quite a bit of money spent on it, and I think, so again, nicely presented, bodywork wise, looks really good. No reserve again, so I think, again, we've got some really good no reserves ones in this sale.
We do.
And it's exciting to see, you know, we just don't know where's it going to end up on the day.
Absolutely. Now, fancy a little bit of luxurious motoring, Fred?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, sticking with the Bentley theme that we were talking about earlier, 2006, so Continental Flying Spur. So if you fancy something a little bit more modern, this may be the one to go for. Again, this has had quite a bit of expenditure on it. Vendors driven it here, and I think where we're showing, yeah, so you've got tyres, brakes, all been looked at as well.
Yeah, but what a good looking car. Look, huge value. And if the 8 cylinders of the more traditional Bentleys are not enough, these are W12 engines. They go like the proverbial flying machine.
And you've got that longer wheelbase, haven't you, in the back? So it's a nice place to be, even if you're just a passenger.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, something a little bit of a curveball on the modern or future classic front is this Chrysler. Now, basically, it's a Mercedes, isn't it? They're sort of Mercedes, the SLK.
SLK underneath, isn't it? So, you know, a reliable car underneath, but a bit quirky. So it's, you know, it's something a bit different. I think, say, with these kind of future classics, these are ones sort of worth hanging on to. They're a car that's going to disappear quite quickly, and I think it's one that if you look after it, keep it nice, I don't think you're going to go far away.
It will become quite an uncommon sight on the roads. It's sort of beetle back. Unusual.
I love this Rover 75. It's just with the mileage, 18,000 miles, and I said again when this came in, I was like, wow. I mean, again, find another with that kind of mileage, another no reserve car as well.
Another no reserve. Now this is the 2-litre CDTR, so it's the BMW 2-litre diesel engine. mated to a 5-speed, I think it's 5-speed, 5-speed manual gearbox, 18,000 miles. Cracking future
car.
classic, just use it.
Yeah, use it. Well, again, I keep saying about the thing of the cost of modern cars. You know, we see some of the dealerships over the road. Every time I pass that each morning, and I'm not being funny, I see, you know, some of these Kias, some of these things listed for 32,000. Why wouldn't you just buy that and use it?
I'm still confused by a dealership, BYD.
Yeah. What's that about?
What about? Yeah.
Buy that.
Yeah. 63 Rover P4. Now, this is the 95. Lovely sort of sumptuous leather interior, manual gearbox, and obviously a 6-cylinder, 2.6 litre engine.
Yeah. 3 to 4 seems fairly reasonable, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now, something of the same era.
Yes.
A little bit older. I really like this.
Little bit older, but this one again. I mean, bodywork. You know, for bearing in mind you've got to be a bit sympathetic with the age of some of this stuff. Really nicely presented. Another no reserve car again. You know, we've got some really nice no reserves ones, but yeah, it's just a car that looks solid. It's actually MOT'd as well. MOT till May 26, even though it doesn't need one.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. Still, it's nice, it's reassuring. Just because your car is MOT exempt doesn't mean to say you don't have to do it. So for peace of mind, particularly if you're using it, you know, regularly. Yeah. It's always good to have an MOT.
Yeah, it's a good sign, isn't it? Sticking with another low mileage Rover theme, we've got, as I say, this time the Rover 25. Now this one's just done 6,128 miles, which it's just amazing, Dale. If you just have a very quick peek inside, I know time-wise we have got to be fairly quick, but inside's really well presented. As I say, those seats, especially the back seats, just look like they have not been sat in. I know that's a cliche that we always hear, but this one really does live up to that. Bodywork very good and really nicely presented. Again, a car that, you know, you could just use £4,000 to £6,000 or tuck away.
Brilliant. Now, something over here, it's 2002 Porsche 911, so it's the 996 version, Cabriolet Tiptronic. This car was £72,000 new. We're guiding it, I think, just 11 to 13. It's had one recorded keeper and it's done just over 100,000 miles. Now, Fred, you actually we went to pick that up.
I did.
And drove, but apart from the disaster at the worst filling station we've ever been to, it took about 15 to 20 minutes to pay.
We were quite
sure
perplexed. I mean, I know sort of Norfolk's sometimes known as a bit traditional, but that really was, I think I was wondering, you were wondering as well, whether they were getting the petrol still out the ground. It was, but we got there in the end.
But cracking car, and I love the colour.
Yeah, no, really cool. Again, another no reserve. I keep saying no reserve. XJ CS manual as well. Again, good bit of fun for the summer. So being a manual, quite unusual. And it's
6-cylinder as well. So that 3.6 litre 6-cylinder with the manual box, I think, is a really winning combination.
Really good.
And we've got a nice plate on this as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
201 BTP.
Which does go with it, as I say, looking at the description earlier. Got the 79 Spitfire, another Spitfire in for you again, no reserve, registered in April 79. This one, again, a usable example, looks presentable enough, depends how far you want to take it, so you can do some bits to it, but if you just want to use it, cracking car.
Of note on this one, I would say what's really quite important is the panel gap.
Yeah.
The panel fit's really good. And yes, it could do with some cosmetics on the paint. It's the 1500cc version. These look like MX-5 or MGF seats.
Yeah.
And they you can put more modern seats. They do make a difference. It's quite acceptable. They're in keeping. But yeah, really good looking car. No reserve.
Yeah, absolutely. We got the beach buggy, which again, a bit of fun for the summer. Again, they always tend to do well because it's obviously VW based, to say you can get all bits, customise it, do whatever. We're just before we're going to go too far. We've got, say, the BMW at the back. This is 26,000 miles off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's a very low mileage one.
Yeah, the 320 Ci was driven to here to the sale by the vendor, but yeah, very low mileage and quite nicely presented. 4 to 6 the guide on that. We've got the Mark II XR2, which has come direct from the film company, and again, a car that's very nostalgic for people. People remember these from their youth. A lot of people wanted to have one as a kid, but you've got that cloth interior. I think it's showing 87, but yeah, direct from the film company. So
great to see. A lot of people wanted to have them when they were kids. A lot of people took them.
Yes.
Without permission. But now's your chance to buy one legally.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe, buy this one from us, do it the proper way, and you too can have some fun with it.
So Vitesse, similar underpinnings to the Spitfire, but obviously with a 2-litre straight 6 engine, convertible.
Yeah, Vitesses are always popular, aren't they?
Yeah. They've got a cracking engine note when you just listen to them burbling on a straight 6 convertible, and of course a proper 4-seater.
Yeah, usable car.
Talk about that.
I'm drawn to this immediately. The Lancia Y10. Now, I basically said this is kind of almost like a Fiat Cinquecento and a Fiat Uno kind of merged together for a Lancia. It's got the fire engine in as well, which is noted in my Panda, my classic Panda. As I say, it's got that classic fire engine, which they're always.
Now, what does fire stand for? It's fuel injection.
Oh God!
So something economy.
Yeah. I will.
We need to. We should know. Richard will know.
Richard's going to be kicking me in the office for forgetting that. But they are fairly bulletproof, I have to say.
Yeah.
This one, so the Y10, really unusual. I do always like how from factory these came with a black boot, which no matter what colour you ordered it in, they came with a black boot. Just a sort of Italian design quirk, I guess, but yeah, and
perfect.
So going back to sort of Lancia's heritage.
But something totally different to the Lancia,
yes,
is this 1935 Austin 12.4 Ascot. Now, quite a bit of interest in that car.
Yeah.
Does it have something to do with the fact it's just a really nice, usable example, or the fact it's guided very, very sensibly?
Very keenly, and still driven to the sale by the vendor. So this was one of the first cars here to arrive with us. But yeah, just a really genuine car, not overdone. Yeah, and that guide 2,750 to 3,750.
No, brilliant. So moving on from the Rover P4 we had earlier, is this Rover P5. Now it's the 3-litre 6-cylinder. Entered no reserve. I think it does want a few jobs doing to it, but cracking looking car, so be interesting to see where that goes. And a really, really usable future classic is the SL Mercedes, and then we've got a number of SLs from the 107 through the 129, and then obviously, of course, on to these cars from the noughties. It's an SL 350, and the guide on this one, I think, was this
5 to 6.
£5,000 to £6,000, so a lot of car.
So we've got the Van den Pla Metro, which again, I always love a Van den Pla. You've got the wood cappings on the door cards. You've got that bit more plush upholstery as well, and as I say, just that era that's quite interesting. So this one, zircon blue with a bounty blue cloth interior. There you go. But 22,000 miles, very genuine survivor. And Guy, you've got a very nice little Morris Minor in the back.
Yes, so little split screen Morris Minor, entered into the sale, 4-door with quite a tidy interior as well. Headlining's decent. Be interesting to see where they go. I don't think there's a classic car show that you go to without a Morris Minor, much like a Mini, but they so do have a place in all of our memories. So everybody knows someone that's had a Morris Minor, driven one, or a relative. So great fun. And I like these earlier cars with the semaphores as well.
Yeah, and the split screen's nice, isn't it? It's, yeah, right, we're going on outside now, aren't we?
Right outside, isn't it?
Yeah. Super. So again, apologies, this is an overview, so if we do miss anything,
we can't literally do every car.
Everything, so we are going to have to be as quick as we can, otherwise we will get shouted at, I'm sure. But we've got the 1970 MGB GT. This one had quite a bit of money spent on it. There's not a bad car, so quite nice inside as well. I mean, Guy, 2.5 to 3.5. That's nothing.
Cracking value. Now, a couple of curveball ones next to me. 2003 Audi A6. Okay, not really a classic, but 2.5 to 3,000 pounds. This one's really interesting because it's the 1.9 TDI engine. Now, that engine is not only incredibly frugal, it sips diesel. It's only done shows 37,000 miles. It's in really good condition. It's a manual gearbox. That's a car you could really, really enjoy. Very, very comfortable, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg to run. A little bit older is this Ford Granada 2.9 gear injection. Not used for a few years. Wants a little bit of work, an MOTing, but no reserve. Fred. Super, yeah, we've got this SLK. I mean, I say SK is always popular in the classic auction. This one offered no reserve. I do like the red and black combo in the interior as well, actually, quite smart. We've got a Beetle as well, the 1200 Beetle, 3 to 5 on the guide on that one. 900 turbo, which, again, a car very much of the 80s, been in long-term storage, might need a bit of mechanical going through, but again, guided accordingly, 2 to 3,000 pounds. Yep, so 65 Austin Healey Sprite. This one looks like it's got a bit of a twist in the tail. I think it looks great fun. It's prepared for historic rallying. It's been in the Pirelli Classic Marathon. 5 to 7,000 pounds on the guide. A more modern BMW 3 Series convertible, and I'm just going so we don't lose track of them. Over here we've got another red MGB Roadster. It's the rubber bumper car. I don't know if you can just see Dale here. Good looking car, alloy wheels, nice mohair roof, 4 to 6,000 pounds. Something from the other side of the Atlantic is this 2001 Camaro Z28 at 3 to 5,000 pounds. That does look like an awful lot of car for the money. 2.5 to 3.5 gets you a Mercedes 124 Series estate. Now, this is the 4MATIC 4-wheel drive version. One of several Subarus in the sale is this WRX STI Impreza at 9 to 11. Over to Fred. We've got the manual Boxer, 2.5 litre. This one was had a bit of work done to it as well. 4 to 6 as the guide on that. You've got the Escort RS Turbo, which again all the Ford fans I'm sure will be over. That's had quite a bit of work with the vendor as well there, so they've done quite a bit to it. Bodywork wise doesn't look too bad. Again, mechanically might need a bit of finishing off, but 5 to 7 on the guide on that. We've got the CL Polo, which these have all vanished, as say they've all disappeared, and sort of bread van as they call them. You got the Rover 75, which this one's the 2 litre auto, again quite a presentable car, and that's a no reserve basis. And we've got the Saab 9000. This is T18, so quite a rare model, but it was in collaboration with Saab City. One of a few Saabs that we've got in the sale, and you'll see coming down further on that quite special, so have a look on the catalogue for them. So 2015, probably about the newest, one of the newest cars in the sale. This is 5 litre Mustang V8, certainly a real eyeful, and does sound the part as well. Jaguar S-Type and Mercedes CLK, and another 124 Series estate. I rather like this. It's an E220, cracking looking car. Little Volkswagen Polo. Now this, you think, oh, it's not particularly old or classic, but 14,000 miles. Lovely inside. Cracking first car for someone. MG TF behind me, and one of 2 Citroen BX BXs in the sale. Now this is a turbo diesel, and it's a left-hand drive manual car, so I remember getting out just to move it initially, and of course you always go to the wrong side, but it feels right, pumped straight up, interesting car indeed. Sorry, just pulling out my...
Super. We've got the MG TF, this one with the hardtop, again no reserve car. The Austin Mini 30, which of course was the celebration one to mark the anniversary from 59 to 89. But yeah, quite an interesting little fun car. I do like a Mini. 3 to 5 for the guide on that one. I have taken a particular interest as well with this 216 GTI because these have all vanished. This one just showing 18,000 miles and a car that, you know, actually I don't think looks too bad, the styling of, you know, you've got those, I say, sort of crosshatch alloys as well. But yeah, it's a car that, again, all disappeared. Got part leather too. And that dash looks really good, so reflective of the mileage. The E36 now, again, a car slightly more modern, but you've got to remember these are a bit more usable than some of the older classics and still interesting to see. We've got the Golf. This one's the 1.8 GTI Turbo, so still the GTI but the 1.8, and say Recaro seats, bits and pieces as well. Again, sensibly priced on that one. We've got CLK, this quite well spec'd one actually. Again, a car that would have been quite a bit when it was new. This one, again, no reserve, MOT to March 26, again a car just to use. Over to you, Guy.
So, thanks Fred. Rover 820. Now, I rather like these cars. They were such a common sight on the roads when I was growing up. And I always remember the advert, the television advert, and it was just saying, above all, remember, it's a Rover. But yeah, they were a great car. Really, really good. Bentley Arnage, and of course the Alfa Romeo 147 V6. Now this is the 24 valve GTA, just epically sounding engine. Volkswagen Golf VR6, this is the 97 car, 2,500 to 3,500 on the guide. A little special Mini Cooper S. Now this, again, they're very, very common, but they're getting rarer and there's a real following for these. So this is a 2003 from memory, cracking little car, and I think you could really enjoy this. And of course, immediately in front of it is the inspiration for the BMW Mini, is the Classic Mini. Now, great to see. It's a car that does want a little bit of work, but it's no reserve.
This one we've got, it's the MG ZT, this one being the 180. The dateless number plate actually does go with it as well. Again, no reserve, I think looks quite good on the white alloys too. Guy, you're having a look at the E220 Merc, which they're really good shape as well, especially with the roof down.
They're lovely. I mean, yeah. Again, just sort of interrupt here, but a proper 4-seater convertible, maybe even 5, I'm not too sure.
And I do like that sort of almost tweed style cloth interior as well. It's great, yeah. Isn't it?
Yes, it's done some miles, 178 on the clock, but that's what they're designed for.
Yeah,
it really is, and we're really sensible on the money on this, I think.
Yeah, 3 to 5 on this one. We've got the Amiga, which I believe 48,000 miles, I think. Probably correct me, Dale, but I believe that is the one that we've got on here. I say, a reps car that was very popular in the day, wasn't it?
Yes.
But a survivor. We've got the Subaru Impreza, the Turbo, 3.5 to 4.5. I think is quite a keen guide. Massive scoop on the front of that as well. Sunbeam Talbot, again 2.5 to 3.5, bit of an older classic, 1950. Again, that will be running, driving through. Again, bit of paintwork to do, but all doable, isn't it? And we've got the Land Rover Discovery. Now this one has actually only one registered owner, so you know, a rare sight to see. Looks nice and presentable as well. 5 to 7 as guide on that one, but one registered owner is interesting, isn't it?
Mm. So Saab 9000 Carlson. Now a good friend of mine, James, who's currently in Portugal, has still got his 9000, and the people that buy them do become quite enthusiastic. They're a brilliant car. If you haven't driven one, they are great.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a really strong following. So they're getting rarer.
And I will say as well, actually, some of the parts on this alone are worth quite a bit, let alone the car as a whole.
Absolutely.
So
But you can't take it apart.
No,
This car
no.
will stay.
But it's when you think about value for money, it's a good one to think about. Now, Escort van, which have become popular here at ACA, I think.
Yes.
These have really come up in the last few years. No reserve this one. Say MOT till June next year, and a good workhorse. You know, I think actually a lot better than most of the newer stuff on offer nowadays.
Absolutely. This is a vehicle that you could use. Say you run a small business.
Yeah.
You've got a big dog and you don't want it in your two-seater car. Just run around in one of these. This is a diesel. We've also got a turbo diesel one in, a blue one. This is no reserve.
Yeah, no reserve.
I think they're great little vans.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the Land Cruiser, Guy, I know you had a bit of a soft spot for. These are a proper old tank, aren't they? I do love them.
They are. Now this one's it's the 80 series, Fred.
Yep.
And it's the petrol.
Unusual.
It is.
Yeah.
So, but it's been converted to LPG. It had a certificate for when it was converted. Our vendor has had this about 10 years, and yes, it is a bit scruffy, but it's a Toyota Land Cruiser. They do tend to go on and on and on, and it's a no reserve. So if you fancy something a little bit different,
you wouldn't be afraid to use it, would you? No. And we've got the Transporter, which I actually took this out for the photos, and I said to Mac as well, you've got all that storage. If you have a look just underneath the actual bed of the truck.
Oh yes.
I don't know, it might be locked, but I think it's locked. But under here, you'll see on the photographs on the website, loads of storage underneath.
Yeah.
I was quite amazed by it.
They still had obviously the propulsion at the back,
engine at the back,
so you've got a great bit of space.
Yeah, so really useful thing to have. And again, we've got another Land Cruiser, haven't we, which is the one that me and Lucy went to collect.
You did. Now you picked this up from a really rather nice house.
It was, and you'll see the video on there. Have a look. I'm not going to spoil it for people, so have a look on there. But it was great fun. Again, a workhorse, good usable workhorse. I think we got this one 4 to 6.
4 to 6, yes. I mean, it's done 198,000 miles.
But they do.
But it's turbo diesel. They just do the miles.
Yeah.
And this will be quite sought after.
Definitely. Yeah. Absolutely.
We have missed just one over there, which is the blue Jaguar XKR. So I don't want to just leave one out on that row. But if we continue down this way, sorry, Dale, we're going to have you running around. So 1949 Chevrolet Style Line. Now this is a right-hand drive car. So they are American right-hand drive, but it was actually from South Africa.
There you go.
But it was UK registered, imported to the UK in 1952. So yes, we're quite used to having South African cars in recent years, but this came here in 1952. And I love the distinctive registration number that it wears as well.
Absolutely, yeah, you can't miss it. And I love on some of these sort of 50s because you've got all that bright work, haven't you, as well?
Yeah.
Which
just a really good looking car.
Nice to see.
One of two taxis we have in the sale.
Yeah, we do. If you fancy a career change, maybe, that could be one for you.
Absolutely. Now this is, you must say, God, it's a Toyota Land Cruiser. So they just happen to be parked here, and this is why we're coming to them. But this is the little baby one, so it's the 3-door. We call them the Colorado, but it's automatic. They're the 3-litre turbo diesel. So this is the Prada being the import. But yeah, cracking, brilliant cars if you want one to drive. Ford Taurus 17M. Now, £3,500 to £4,500. When did you last see one of these? Yeah,
again, they've all vanished, haven't they? I say MOT'd as well till July. But yeah, and we will make a mention of the P1800, which does run, I say project, but does run. And I think they'll be putting this one through. The brakes will just require a bit of attention, so it's one to fiddle with. But it does run. It is a project. It's the P1800E, so it's the first of the fuel injected models. And then something totally different, the
Jeep.
We've got the Jeep here, and then you've got the Rover as well. Now this is a Jeffrey favourite.
Absolutely.
I do love it. Big V8s in them, you know, they sound the part.
And this is the S.
This is
so
S.
it's worth noting the S. It's a manual V8 car. So yeah, sensibly guided, I think.
3 to 5 on this one.
Brilliant.
And I've got another Bentley, haven't we, Guy?
Well, I think this is really interesting. Sadly, it's come as part of a sort of deceased, hold on, where are we? We are 1990 Turbo R, sorry, no reserve.
Yeah.
Now, it's not been used for a little while, so you will have to do some recommissioning, but starts and drives.
Yeah.
Cracking colour combination.
Brilliant.
I really like it.
No reserve, you know. Again, I just think the excitement with it. Who's gonna end up with this Bentley Turbo R?
It smells right inside. The interior,
not damp.
They can suffer.
Yeah.
And this one hasn't. It's really quite smart inside. So
held up really well.
I would say one to keep an eye on.
Definitely. Number plate with it as well.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. And we've got, as I say, again, to the left, we've got the XJ6. This one doesn't look too badly presented at all. I do quite like, again, that cloth interior, actually. Quite nice. We've got the T1, bit of project, again, running and driving. You like this guy, a bit of Americana, this Dodge, isn't it?
1947 Dodge Special Deluxe, £7,000 to £9,000. Sounds lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah,
fires up.
Yeah.
Drives just a great bit of Americana.
Yeah. I was going to say, if you fancy some off-roading fun for the weekends,
this could be one for you. It's the TD5 Discovery. You've got winch and snorkel and all things like that.
And I will say, Norfolk's actually really good. There's a lot of places now where you can go to, say, events for a day to pay an off-road, proper off-roading courses, have a really good laugh actually, and something like that.
You don't have to just annoy all the dog walkers on the green lane. There are special places you can go to. Yeah. So,
but that would be a really good day out, I think, wouldn't it? Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. Or you could just go to Chelsea and drive up some pavements. But
where are we going now, Guy?
Right. Okay. So we'll continue down here, and then we'll work our way back that way, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So not every car outside is going through on Saturday. Most of them are, but I will just mention this 99 Mitsubishi Shogun GLS, that's the turbo diesel, 65,000 miles.
Yeah.
So that's really quite rare. They are a very good workhorse, low owners. I think the same family have had it 10, 11 years.
Yep.
Entered no reserve.
Another no reserve.
Behind us, Fred.
Yeah, we've got the XR3. This one, again, running and driving through. There's a bit, say, paintwork bits and pieces you'd want to do it, but XR3, again, all the Ford fans are going to be after that, I'm sure.
So if we go, Dale, if you go down the row, if that's all right, and then we'll talk through a couple of rows at a time.
I think that's probably best, isn't it?
So Mercedes 124 Series, been off the road for quite a while, did start and drive, sold strictly as a project, no reserve. Renault Laguna, now that's the V6, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Rare car.
Again, that was quite a popular car, the Executive as well. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Over to you, Fred.
I like this Ford Tudor. I think we were saying about this earlier. Like I think we've got around 5 on this, 5 to 7 as the guide.
Yeah, it's not a lot of money.
No.
Flathead V8.
Flathead V8. You know, a lot of car for the money physically. I will make mention this, the sort of XJ6. I quite like these actually, these 90 shapes ones. I think they actually do look the part.
They've aged well, haven't they?
My brother had one of these as his first car, and yeah, I remember being
his first car.
One of his first cars.
I was going to say, wow, how did he get the insurance? Yeah.
One of his first cars, along with a Alfa 156.
So this is a Golf Anniversary TDI. So you look at it, you think, oh, that's small, GTI. But yeah, TDI, really interesting car, super economical, and a car I think you just enjoy and use.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got this quite bright Mini. So this one I think is the so it's the Cooper, obviously it's the 1.3. You've got the spots on the front, nice stripes as well, and yeah, like I say, Mini's great. You get everything for them. Just fun to hop around in, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. So Z3 2 litres for the 6-cylinder with a matching hardtop. That's included in the sale, going in no reserve. And we have another little Polo. So this 2000 GTI is quite unusual. It's the 1600cc, but 125 horsepower, no reserve. Yeah, I think just quite a nice little thing, showing 59,000 miles.
Well presented, I will say.
Yeah, I think Chloe did a little video on these, so if you have a little look back, you'll see Chloe talking about some of the Volkswagens we have in.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Transit Connect, which again, potential future classic.
Limited edition, yeah.
Limited edition, but good commercial vehicle to use.
Yeah,
and
it's the T200 Sport.
Sporting, yeah, if you need to get to your job in a hurry.
Yes.
Now, I do love this Alpha 166. There's a couple of Alphas we've got in. We've also got a 164, which we'll show you in a moment, and also a 145 Cloverleaf. But 166, which are hard to come across now. This one, again, offered no reserve. And before I forget as well, we have got the VR6 in the back. That's the 1997 5-speed manual. Look great on the Porsche wheels as well.
So here we have a 1972 Triumph TR6. Now, 2.5 litre, 6-cylinder engine. This is the CP chassis code car, so fuel injected, 150 brake horsepower. It's a UK car, 8 to 10,000 pounds. Driven about 90 miles to the sale. Wants a little bit of fettling here and there, but good entry into TR6 ownership, I would say.
Absolutely. Again, with the commercial theme I talked about earlier, you've got the Morris Minor van. That's had quite a bit of work done. We'll just want a bit of finishing off, but a lot of the hard work has been done for you.
A rare car here. Same age as me. Rover. So, what do we say about this? V8, and you say VIP. Well, they made 77 of these. Quite a special car. It's worth just going on to our website, but also doing a little bit of research. If you're going to restore one of these, I think this is certainly worthwhile because they are so rare. Have a look at the interior, Dale. It does want to work. There's no brakes. We are driving it through. It's got a handbrake. I do
like the very period brown. I think that just
absolutely
sums it up, doesn't it?
Just works well. So Fred, if you take this row and I'll take this row.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got the SLK. It's the 230. Again, one of a few SLKs. Nice bright yellow, which a bit fun for the summer. And Saab 900, which again, sticking with the Saab theme. These 900s really well built on those. Stupidly well built. This is the light pressure turbo. It's the 900S 16 valve. Quite an interesting car. Corrado stop. Yeah, I know one of your favourites. It's the VR6 Corrado. This one, again, really nicely presented. 8 to 10 is the guide we've got on this one. It's the 2.9 litre with the sunroof. They've aged really well. I think
they have. They're a cracking car, and one that you could use happily as a daily without a shadow of doubt, and you've still got a fair bit of poke under your right foot, so one to look out for. Definitely. Can I just make a mention of the Chroma, because I love that. The Chroma that came in just earlier last week, and that one, I mean, it's been in quite long-term ownership. The parts with this car as well, which I emptied out the car. I've emptied out them, so they're now in our store. But we had, you've got bonnets, you've got 2 wings, you've got loads of new old stock parts, boxes and boxes. So you get that with the car. The car's offered no reserve, and these Chromas have all gone, haven't they? It's also got, this has got the 2 litre twin cam Fiat engine. And I just think, so no reserve, a car that's all dispirited. Absolutely. Yeah. Then I'm just going to say one comment that I'm going to ask you all to comment. So what does this car have in common with several of the Saabs that we have in this sale? I'll leave it at that. If you know, which I'm sure many of you do, just leave a comment, because it's just quite fun.
That's a very good point. No, I like that. We've got the Escort Cabriolet, again, a good summer car. We've got the XJR Jaguar, so you've got a bit more power to it. You've got the P100 pickup. Again, we'll want some, say, work underneath, but a good commercial classic vehicle.
Porsche Boxster, this is the 3.2S. Good colour, manual gearbox again, lovely blue with a grey leather interior. Now, straight out of Ann Summers.
It depends what you've been looking at, Guy.
99 CLK Mercedes 320. Believed to be the only one in this colour, as it was a special order for the Ann Summers group.
There you go.
So yes, I'm going to say no more. If you're bold and not shy, this could be something quite fun to float around with for the summer.
I have to say, I don't think we'd be applicable, but one of you out there maybe. So we've got the 98 XJ Sport. This is the 3.2 V8, driven to the sale by the vendor, no reserve. We've got the 560 SEL Merc, which really well presented, isn't it?
Car.
When you look down the side of this, really straight. Paintwork in really good order. Again, a car very expensive new, looks really smart. I like this one. I think the guide on this one we've got is just, say, 5 to 8, so not a lot at all.
We've got gold and gold here.
We have.
Over to you with your gold, older gold.
Older gold, so it's the another Beetle that we've got, again 1300 Beetle. I think that that one, I love these seat covers, absolutely fantastic, again very period. You've even got the little drinks rack in there too, but yeah, it's one, runs and drives, again we'll want a bit of tinkering, but you know, keenly guided.
So this little Mini, BMW Mini, entered no reserve in quite a rare colour for a Mini, solid gold. Great fun, it's a little Mini Cooper. So future classic, and behind it, again, this is weird how they just tend to go one after the other, is this more, well, classic Mini Cooper. Great fun car, lovely to see, and I think we'll see where that'll end up.
Just before I forget, in this corner we got the 2002 CLK, it's the 320. This one, the numplate actually comes with it as well, so it's included in the sale, no reserve, and a car I think that should be fairly affordable to purchase, to say MOT till May next year.
Okay, Dale, if you just trundle backwards if possible. So Mercedes SL 500, we've got the Jaguar XJ Executive. Again, that's no reserve. These cars are going through on Sunday, just over to your side, looking at the numbers. Rover, no, sorry, not Rover, MGZS.
Yeah.
This is quite a nice example, no reserve.
No reserve. We've got another Amiga to my left, again a popular.
That's a Sunday one. Sorry, that's all right. Vauxhall. Now, again, I always think they were so common on the road, such a common sight. Police cars, executives, taxis. This is the 2.6 injection Diplomat.
And the Carlton as well. So yeah, a rare survivor. I had quite a few calls on this already. Now, I know you like this guy, isn't it? It's the TT.
Not just an ordinary TT.
Yeah.
This is the TT Sport. So
Quattro.
You've got these Quattro, these lovely hardback seats, limited edition. The strut support at the back, and they were 240 horsepower. The black roof, really good cars. This one's showing 74,000 miles, and a lot of people are saying, you know, well, that's probably a car that's got a future. So
definitely
could be one to buy and enjoy.
Driven to the sale by a vendor, he says it drives really well as well. 9 to 11 on that one as the guide.
So that one is in.
Yep.
And so let's just go through. We'll go around because I've got a little bit of an idea because we were numbering these up earlier. Mercedes 190, the little Nissan Figaro is in as well. The Vectra. Fred, if you could just mention that. Again,
a popular rep car when it's new. It's the SRI though, so the V6, so got a little bit more power to it, 5-speed manual, no reserve, again, all vanished.
Polo Fox.
And
Look
I
at
do
this.
love these, again, like little bread van, aren't they? No reserve. As I say, looks quite original, hasn't really been messed about with too much.
Showing 70, 4-speed manual.
There you go.
Now, how about the SRI?
Yeah, so it's the SRI, which, as I say, these ones, again, no reserve. It's the SRI 16 valve. Yes, a bit of paintwork to do, but again, driven to the sale. All vanished, say, done just over 100.
So this is the turbo diesel Escort van in blue.
Yep.
Again, a little bit more potent with the turbo attached to it.
Definitely, we've got the Megane, I think this is the Monaco edition in front of it as well.
Yep.
And should we just make it as the Volvo, or are we going that way?
So Volvo's Sunday, but I'm going to say, Fred, you need to talk about these two cars.
Definitely.
I've saved these just for you. Now, Fred has a real weakness for Italian cars. So
I do. It's almost like you've done it on purpose. So we've got the Alpha 145. This is the Cloverleaf. I do like these. We've had a couple. I think the last one we had was about a year and a half, 2 years ago. But they're a really quirky car. I mean, you can't mistake them. You've got that, let's say, continuous glass going all the way around there. But really quite a sorted example, actually. And next to it, again with the Italian theme, is the 124 Sport, a rare car, this one. 4 to 6 the guide on that one. But yeah, a car that, okay, yes, bodywork will want getting at, but rare car, £4,000 to £6,000.
right, now we've done pretty much the section in here of the cars that are going through on Saturday, and it's over to Fred.
It's
the Field of Dreams. So we love it, and I think it's one of our favourite parts of the sale. Now we've got the Volkswagen T25 Devon. Now this should be running.
Yeah,
we are making an attempt. It's entered. It's been long-term ownership. It's entered no reserve. Great little project for someone.
Yeah, I think we'll say we're going to keep working through trying to get it running.
See if we can get that going. The first car over here.
Maybe, I think, I was going to say the chassis, I think we were saying it was Automobilia.
Oh, that's in
for those that are
Automobilia,
wondering.
Lotus Elite chassis. That is, yes.
That would be quite an ambitious Field of Dream, admittedly, but yeah, we then go on to, it's the XJRS, so this one, I say 2 to 3 as the guide on that one. Doesn't look too bad, a little bit on the arch, but actually, other than that, doesn't look too bad at all on the body.
This looks a really straightforward and quite solid project. Is this Mark IV Spitfire?
Yeah, I mean, I was just reading about this earlier, a leak from the carburettor, I don't think that would take too much. Really,
I think you could have that going on the road within a weekend if you got the tools and you're pretty handy.
Definitely.
Now, of note is this. Now,
Yeah.
1947, this Vauxhall, so just after the war. It's a 14 horsepower, so 6-cylinder car, and it's been family owned from new.
Incredible.
So that's just a serious amount of time.
We've had a lot of interest on this, and I think one thing is to note how
it is rock solid.
rock solid.
It really
As I
is.
say, just surface rust. All the gaps really good. It hasn't been got at. It's original, and just you can see what you get with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at that. Look at those seats as well. Look how
Lovely.
that would come up so nicely, wouldn't it? With a bit of leather feed on it, and yeah. That just really would look the
It
part.
smells. You can't smell it, but if you could, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's that lovely old car smell. And just listen.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's fair to say that they've had it running with an auxiliary fuel supply and bits and pieces. Obviously, it's going through here as a project, but a very worthy one.
Very worthy indeed. Now, something that's quite rare. So, Series 3 Jaguar XJ6 isn't particularly uncommon. This one was sold new to Britannia Airways.
Yeah.
And then when it was just 4 years old, our vendor's husband purchased it, so in 1986, and they've had it ever since.
And a local car as well in Kings Lynn. It's been sat in a garage in Kings Lynn for the last around 20 years or so. We got it out the other week, and it's seen the light of day again. But yeah, manual.
Manual. So this is what makes this car special. It's a 5-speed manual. So most of these were automatic. So I think it's really, really worthwhile project. Yes, you'll need to go through it, but cracking car, great fun.
Definitely, absolutely. We've got the MX-5 here as well, which say Mark 1 MX-5, so you've got the pop-up headlamps. I always prefer a Mark 1, and that's the 1992. Again, no reserve, and it's worthy to say most of what you see here is offered on a no reserve basis. Morris Itel, which
Have a look at the front.
all gone, haven't they? You know, when was the last time you saw one of these? I think Elton from UK Barn Finds did a video on this earlier, and he was very excited, to say the least.
Brilliant. And the number plate, quite interesting. 550 BAK.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't survive.
No, you've got a little Fiat Barchetta at the back, no reserve project, and you've got the Rolls-Royce, the Silver Spur too. Now this one, I think we actually put a battery pack to it. It has got power. It will want looking at and say it is a project, but no reserve. It would be such a shame, but the parts on this alone, even if it was to be broken, is I say incredible.
Cracking interior.
It would be a shame to do that. But in terms of value for money, really, really great. A car I covered earlier was the Astra GTE, very much a car of the 80s. And this one, although a project, as I say, no reserve, so should gain some interest. The vendor purchased it back in 91, so, back in 2010. Yeah, he's had it for a while, and a worthy project.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, how about something that was a bit of a collaboration between Triumph and Honda? It's the Triumph Acclaim. Now, this is the HLS model. It's no reserve, manual. Again, they've all vanished. I remember these being really quite a common sight on our roads. 5-speed car, showing 24,000 miles, but great project for someone.
Great project. Rover SD1, it's the V8, no reserve as well. And we've got I think another P1800, haven't we, on the no reserve basis.
Absolutely. So this one is a P1800 too, so the red one. It's, I think, just an iconic car. Now, this is the S version, so it's looking at the interior. So this is with the carburetors.
Yeah.
So you've got the earlier dash and those dials.
I love those seats, I have to say.
Super comfy seats.
Yeah.
Love the seatbelt clips. So Volvo were they were the pioneers of car safety.
Yeah.
And these are a great car. I've had several of these, and they're a car that you just feel really comfortable. If you get one that's sorted, you feel really comfortable using it.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. No, it's an interesting one. Such a good shape as well. We've got the BMW. It's the 1602. This one, I think we've just put the tape on here at the moment for the screen.
I thought you were going to say it's the bin bag edition. Yeah.
Not quite, yeah. But 74 car, no reserve. I've got a photo of this that was in the barn, and so been stored for a number of years. But again, I really like these. I think
they're very, very iconic shape, very advanced. They're a very expensive car when they came out, so some very valuable parts on that, but it would be lovely to see that restored.
Definitely. I like the plate as well, RFW 111M.
Brilliant. So Saab 900 Classic Turbo project, as well as this little Nissan Figaro project, and then over to the last little row. We've still got more to go.
Still got more.
So it's the SE5 Reliant Scimitar GTE. So this one's 1975 manual.
Yep.
Engine turns, obviously V6, not currently running.
No, but it is one of two Scimitars we've got in the sale, isn't it?
Two yellow ones. So this is the SE5, and we also have an SE6.
Absolutely. We've got the Vauxhall Rascal panel van. I do like these. We had one similar in the last sale. I think a cracking little fun, quirky commercial. And we're going to go over something very different now.
Absolutely. We're waiting for high tide.
Yeah.
Fletcher speedboat with trailer, 80 horsepower motor, surplus to requirements.
Yeah.
Actually looks quite a nice boat. It's an Arrow Flight 140. Now, I'm not particularly into speedboats, so I don't have a huge amount of knowledge, but I think this one looks pretty cool, and we'll go along with that.
Yeah, definitely. And I actually, when the chaps were photographing, I did happen to note there's a lot of accessories with it. So if you fancy a bit of fun in the summer, that would be the one. Right, we're going over now to the far end. We've got some more interesting projects, all with no reserve as well.
Absolutely. So if you start us down that end, Fred, and then
yeah,
I'll come down here.
So we've got it's the little Mitsubishi track car. Now this came in quite early to us. Again, it's been used in its earlier life as track cars, the GSR, no reserve, and again, I mean, even just parts wise, there's quite a bit on that you could use, but I think that'd be a car to get around the track and have some fun with it. And we've got the Range Rover. It's the 1988. I do like a classic Range Rover. You just can't beat them, can you?
No, they still look pretty timeless to me. So this one of note was running and driving, and I think a little mouse had been nibbling at some wires, which caused a small dashboard fire, swiftly extinguished.
Yes.
Hence, it's not been finished. We've made no attempt to start it, but it was running, offered no reserve. But I think that's quite a straight looking car.
Definitely. Tell me about the Mustang.
Now, this is really, really, really interesting. So it's a 72 Mustang, stonking great V8, 5.7 litre. Registered in the States in 72 when it was manufactured, but it actually came here in 1983. So this car must have been one of just a handful over here at that time.
Yeah.
Dry stored up until around a year ago when a tree fell through the garage and did cause some damage. Now, we've got a video of this. Our vendor has had it running just on an auxiliary fuel supply, and it sounds pretty good. It pushes easily, the brakes are freed off for moving, but a really, really worthwhile project. £3,000 to £5,000, great bit of American muscle.
Definitely. Now we're going to go over to a car that's had a lot of interest, which is this RS 2000. It's been stored for quite a few years, and there's a lot of emotional attachment to this, so it came in quite early to us. Our vendors will be very sad to see this go. I know they've had it for quite a bit of time. Now, some people are going to see this and say, surely it's a car that's too far gone. You would be surprised at what's restored. As say, Elton, again from UK Barn Finds, he came in and said, the first thing he said was, I've seen far worse restored. People have this up, and I'm sure this will be back on the road.
It looks better from this side. Yeah. So Dale, if you have the camera this side,
well, we'll stick to that side. But it is amazing, as I say, what people can do. As I say, it has had a lot of interest, no reserve, and yeah, we'll see where it goes on the day.
Absolutely. Mercedes 123, this is the 280 E Auto, offered for sale, no reserve, 1976. A very, very good year that indeed.
Again, they were so well built, weren't they? They're so solid. Proper.
Everything built in 76 was well built, Fred.
I'm not making a comment.
So the last car going through on Saturday is this Honda Z600. So 1972. We have sold this car before. Nothing has happened to it, but great fun cars. They really, really are. It's being entered no reserve. It needs restoring. So someone, this time, rescue it, follow it through, and let's see it back as a bright, orange, shiny thing.
I was going to say, we'd like to see it again, but this time up and running, wouldn't we?
Absolutely. So we're going to close off now. We will be back tomorrow and we'll talk about the vehicles going through on Sunday.
Yep.
So we've got the motorcycles, which we're starting at 10 o'clock on Sunday. And then at approximately 12 o'clock, we'll be starting with the cars, and we've got some really interesting projects we can go through. So just to remind you all of the program, the time, the time scales, the time frame. So Thursday and Friday, 9 till 5, we are open for viewing. So come along, you can look at the cars, look at the paperwork, enjoy a bacon roll.
Yeah,
cup
absolutely.
of tea.
CAF will be open, and you can also have a look through the paperwork in the office. As I say, see all the paperwork for all the cars. Any questions you have on them, any queries, do just ask. We'll be armed and ready in the office, but it should be a really, really good, exciting day. And we've had so much interest online already. I think it's one that, there's a really good mixture in this sale, isn't there?
Absolutely. So we'll also be kicking off on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock with about 270, 280 lots of automobilia, and they range from signs, original decorative signs, through to petrol pumps.
Very conveniently placed. Yeah, we've got the nice range of petrol pumps. You've got, I think you took a ride.
I did have a little test drive in Roy Orbison, the bumper car, great fun.
Yeah, I will make mention the Toylanders again.
Two of those.
Two of them. One of which we took to Stoddy and Sandringham and had a lot of interest, not only from children but from adults as well.
Big children too.
Yeah.
In fact, there was a lovely couple that visited from America.
Yeah.
With the children, and I was telling them about it, that you can actually buy the kit. So hopefully they're going to make one over in the States.
Brilliant.
Which would
well,
be good.
the ones, what's interesting about these ones that are in, as I say, the kit's new. They're around £5,000 new. These two that we've got in, I think the green one, we've got a guide 500 to 1,000. That one is no reserve. So quite an exciting opportunity.
Great to see. So you may be asking, what is this?
Yes.
And some of you may say, well, that's familiar. So this was built actually by a friend of mine some years ago for his son's prom, and he struggled with for a number of years with cancer. So it was built for the prom, and he used it to the prom, and it was wonderful. They then donated it to us, and we sold it.
Yep.
And Jacob, actually shout out to Jacob from over the road at Stebbings, bought it. All of the money went to the Children's Cancer Charity, and Jacob's kindly said, look, prom season coming up, have it back, sell it again for charity. So if you're wondering what to have for a prom, you want something a little bit different, and you want something that's environmentally sound.
Absolutely.
This is pedal power.
Pedal power is the way, isn't it?
Just worth mentioning.
Yeah.
So we're going to call it quits.
I think we
just
are.
now. Dale looks like he's ready to go and download this video, and we would really, really love to see you. So we'll say, see you soon, take care, God bless, and
We'll catch you then.